All right, all right, all right. Hey, Shell, I think you're here. Thanks for being here. And I have Instagram up, Facebook, YouTube. What's up, everybody? And welcome to another Thursday live YouTube. So this one's for everybody and anyone that is either curious about deal sauce, interested in finding leads, deals, staying ahead of the curve on some of the software, AI technology, real estate investing, and that's what we're doing here. And that's what we're doing at Deal Sauce is to make it some of the best stuff that's going to be out there. And we're staying on the forefront of technology and just working with you guys, trying to make this the best we can. Right. So if there's something you see, something you want, some strategy, some leads, some technology, let's hear it. Let's go through it. Shoot me a DM. If you have some problems, troubles, questions with Deal Sauce, please reach out to support@dealsauce.io. The great people over there will help you. And if not, we will get to the bottom of it and we'll go right through all the data developers and myself included. So there are eyeballs on there. All right. So in the meantime, what's up, Eric? Let's get into a few new things. I've been going through since Squad Up Summit, which was last week. And if you don't know what Squad Up Summit was, it's Pace Morby, Jamil Damji's biggest event. Well, actually, probably real estate's biggest event of the year. I think they actually put on a bigger show than Bigger Pockets, rightfully so. And we were down in Dallas, and a lot of new things and a lot of new technology and a lot of new developments came through from Deal Sauce while we were there, and we just didn't get to cover them. And I caught up a little bit, so we went through on a Monday live, a Tuesday live, and now you're here with me on Thursday. So I went through a few of those updates. If you haven't been part of that, if you're watching this in the future, sit tight. And one of the newest ones we have, there's a few more things coming too. I was on a call yesterday, and I'll be on another call today. We have targeted. Yeah, I'll show you guys. I'll just share my screen. How's that? All right, here. Hey, Shell, I never see if we're on live on Facebook. I never seem to tell if we are actually over there. If you are with me and you're watching or you're on the side, give it a look if you can on Facebook. All right, we're going to present. Go over here. All right. Good stuff. So check it out. We're going to go in. So I'm going to go in my backyard. Why not? Haven't really played around with this much, but we're going to go for targeted. I think we're going to go for targeted matches using AI technology. So let's just say that we're looking, let's say we stumbled upon a property, and we're going to go try to stumble on something, and then I'll show you guys how this goes. So I'm going to search for my little area here. Some of the best investing that we do. Yeah, we'll cut down here. We'll go over across. The cool thing about us, I've gotten a lot of questions again, and I anticipate this, and I don't mind answering the same question over and over, is, what separates you from PropStream and PropWire and all those other devices or technologies or softwares. And this feature just right here. Now, I can't tell you if they're going to step up and copy us or essentially come with it. But we are searching beyond 250 square miles, and that's one of the best features it's the simplest, but for me, it's as a fisherman, as a deal finder, it's one of the best features that I feel, because it covers my whole geography that I invest in, my buy box, my area. So let me get back to sharing here. Don't know why. There it is. Sorry about that. So the shared screen right there. Let's get rid of some of this branding. What the hell happened here? We'll get rid of that. Put that deal sauce right up there. That's what we'll do. All right, cool. Let me get back to it. So this search feature, over 250 square miles, I love it. Now, the bigger you go, the more assets and the more properties you'll find and more addresses and things. So you just be mindful that it's a lot of data. So right now, let's just say that we have to stimulate the search by New Hampshire. It doesn't matter what state, frankly, But if we're going to search that custom buy box, we have to stimulate it with a search, with a state. We have 3.1 results. That's just, residential properties, guys. So check it out. Hold on. We'll go right there. Cool. All right. We have our AI scores over here. All good. I'm going to zoom in into some area that I don't see Concord. Concord's going to be the capital, so it always goes there too. We'll go to Billerica. Check this one. We'll go to Hudson. How's that? Let's see what this is. You know what? We should layer it with some search ingredients just to make it a little bit more spicy here so we can actually refine what we're looking to do. So we'll go to the filters. We'll go for multifamily. So we're going to do some microfamily stuff. We'll get rid of the singles, condos, townhomes. We'll go multifamily and other. Let's see what we get. Okay, we got 400,000. So almost 500,000. And then what we'll do, let's go AI score. So if we're going to go for the multifamilies, we want to go on the rental side of things. So let's go rental score. Let's go, give me everything that's an 800 and above. We have, good. That's nice. That's a good number. Almost 6,000 records. Now let's go find one. Let's go find a record. What does that look like? Looks like a manufactured mobile home. Interesting. Oh, I did other. Let's get rid of other and mobile. All right, we're still a little less than 6,000. Look at these results. Pembroke, we own some assets there. Let's take a look. 12 Pleasant Street. Multifamily, 2 units, great. We have a new button here. What I'm getting at, the point of my story is the target match AI right here. Check it out. So what we're doing is we're taking this subject property and we're asking AI to find similar properties like this one. Maybe this one, man, I just missed it. Or, it was a low equity deal. I missed it. Someone else scoffed it up before me, but let's find out how to get more of these let's go do a search radius. Maybe you were just searching one state, one local area. So what we could do is we can go up to 50-mile search radius. We'll do is 20-mile search radius. We're going to buy at a discount to flip or buy and hold. We're going to buy turnkey properties to buy and hold. We're going to find a property to list at market value. So this is looking for different rhythms, different AI algorithms, I would say, as far as for data points. And what we're trying to achieve here is just to get you in front of assets and properties and opportunities to then monetize. So what strategy and what exit, it's up to you. And that's always what it comes down to. If anyone is out there thinking about investing or thinking about deal finding, don't always go, hey, I want to wholesale. Well, okay, cool. Like you can wholesale, but you're essentially saying that you want to fish. Let's go fishing. Now, when you throw your rod or you cast that rod and worm and hook in the water, you don't really throw your rod in, I guess. You don't always know what you're going to get. Now, you might know what that body of water is going to contain. It has bass, it has pickerel, it has sunfish, it has salmon, whatever it is. There's what you're maybe going with. So think about that. And I'm just making this up as we go, but it's actually a pretty decent analogy, I would say, as far as what the pond you're fishing in, what most likely it has fresh water, salt water. Well, you're not going to get sharks in there. So what strategy you're going with. So we're honing in on the multifamily. And now let's go with the exit. Let's see what type of asset class or what type of exit strategy we're going to use. So let's just go with, I don't know, discount to fix and flip, buy and hold. Probably seems like the best. Properties that match within a radius. So number of properties with expanding radius. And we're going to do both of them because I don't know all the answers to these. I haven't played too much with it since we've developed it. All right. So we brought up 3 properties like the property we have now. It's within 20 miles. We have Henniker, and Concord. So we can go through these: absent, free and clear, absent, cash buyer, free and clear, tax lien. So I don't know what we're going with here because we asked for a 700 rental score minimum. So we're not really going with necessarily AI. AI technology is using to find similar. So we'll get into that, and I know we're going to get questions on, hey, what is AI actually looking for? I'll come up with some of those responses for you guys. I'll probably create a cut sheet. All these things we're developing and software engineers are developing. It's doesn't necessarily mean we're going to have every ingredient. I can tell you every verbatim, every step of the way. But for those paying attention, that's what this is. We're targeting with the property we just asked it to target to find similarities. So again, we're going off of 12 Pleasant Street in Pembroke, 2-unit. Obviously I went off of AI. I asked this to go off an AI rental score. So let's go use the other feature that we didn't use. I think we asked it to do, let's go with this one. Ooh, so we can go beyond the radius. Let's go 100 miles. And let's go right for bullseye. Maybe I can't. Welcome everybody to who's just joining us. We're going into a brand new feature of DealSauce. It's targeted match AI technology. So we condense it down. You have an asset that comes in, or you have a prospect or a property address that comes in. You're saying, hey man, I just missed this, or I like this. I just did this deal. Let's go find more of these. Put that property address in, and we're going to try to match that same algorithm asset, I guess distress points or features to the best of our ability using AI technology to simplify it and to get it on the ready. So we asked this to do the same with a expanding range, from what I understand. And we have 13 properties now. That's good. So we can now target those and go after those. So what we're trying to do is just get you in front of opportunities. And sometimes this is a sniper approach. A lot of what used to occur, and a lot of folks still do this as far as wholesaling, especially when you're wholesaling or having an acquisition business that goes far and wide and you're just using volume and everything's just a mathematical equation. 10,000 outbound calls equals, I'm making this up, maybe 1,000 answers, 1,000 conversations go to 500, I don't know, leads, which is not true. Maybe it's down to like 50 leads, and then 50 leads turns into 10 contracts. 10 contracts turns into 7 closed deals, 6 closed deals. So, I mean, you can see how that staggers down. The same would be here, but we're trying to lessen that curve, that ratio down when you're doing a sniper approach. All right, cool stuff. So we're going to play around with this. Obviously it's here to stay, and we're going to continue to utilize all these new tools that we have. Some of the other features that we went through, you can see it while I have this up, is another feature that's still in the beta testing. It's the lead pipes AI search. So, I was just doing a search history here, and before we logged on, I was reporting back to the developers going on, hey, what am I seeing? Because it's under beta testing. We're beta testing. And let's see what I said. I said, please tell me the best rental markets for landlords in New Hampshire. Give me the list of the most distressed or likely landlords who will be willing to sell to me. So it generated a list. Then I asked it again. All right, now let's refine that list down to small and medium sized multifamily owners who are also senior with 2 or more units. And it regurgitated a result to me. So pretty cool stuff. That's some more technology that we have out, guys. And I'm pretty excited to get this going. Now, again, we're under testing on this, but I'm just letting you guys in on what I'm doing, right? Some of the features that are coming. So that's pretty cool stuff. Again, we're still fine tuning that. The other day, just give you one, multifamily, the word was hanging up. It was just a hang up. I don't know. I'm not a developer, but I said, hey guys, I think the multifamily word's hanging up. They wrote back, all set, fixed. So that's the stuff we're trying to work on. And that's what I'm constantly involved in. But again, that's the cool part of I'm being super transparent, because I want you guys to understand that this is for us. This is for everyone. Pace and Jamil put this out. It's a community software. And whether you're in our communities or not, I don't care. If you're in the tribe, you're in, and I think you understand the culture we're building. So awesome. We went through the lead pipes AI search. which is under beta testing. And then the other topic that is out, and it's out right now in the live environment, is target match AI. And we just went through that. So play around with these. Again, if you have a deal, maybe there's a deal that's sold. This would be a cool one. And maybe I'll make a video on this. Let's go find someone's deal, a deal that someone else maybe have gotten that you maybe have missed out or an opportunity, and we can inject that in here and see what regurgitates. So that's the other thing. Who's got a dope deal that we knew? Like, dang, I missed it. All right, let's go find our own. So more to come. All right, we'll make that. We'll actually write that down as a video. We'll do a closed deal, and then we'll make a video to replicate search. All right, cool. You check some comments here. What's up, Eric? CJ, what up, dog? So yeah, you were playing around with this target this morning. Cool stuff. Yeah, it was released, I think, yesterday, maybe the day before. Some of the stuff that I missed, you know. And there was something else, Eric. I think you saw this, but I'll show you right now. It's such a small feature, but it was like those little cool things that they released that we're not always aware of. And I told them, like, don't feel like you're going to not bother me. You know, like, tell me. So let's go backwards. Oh, and then Eric, you've been part of these lives. It's a number 3 priority for me. I'll get to it in a second. It's going to be the investor properties. So we are in a different area right now, guys. So we were just in the residential search environment. So looking for residential leads, typically up to singles, obviously townhomes, condos, up to 4 or 5 unit multifamily. This one now, we're in the find and fix and flippers. This is the investor bundle. All this is getting redone. It's probably coming out live next week, but you're looking for private money lenders, note holders, landlords, fix and flippers. This is additional above and beyond, set of data points. So this is an additional tier inside of Deal Sauce. So I just want to let you know it's not in the basic subscription. Just let it be known, but not everyone needs to be in here as also. So, I have other videos. Stay in the YouTube channel or go look later on in the playlist, and you can definitely play around it. Go to Eric Irvine's stuff. He's got a YouTube channel. He lives in that environment. He's there 24/7. Is it possible to differentiate between waterfront and water access and amenities? Heather, thank you so much. Heather, you are speaking my language, and you're already in my brain. So that is on my list. It's a feature there. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to misspeak. So I'm going to get you in a second, Heather. But it's a great question. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish on the point I was making on this little thing I found. But it's a great topic. So let's just look up, like we always do, Naples, Florida. There's got to be some note holders in there. All right, 500 note holders. A little flag means there's a distressed property in their portfolio. So that's also a good indicator. Maybe they're foreclosing on someone. So maybe you can assist and open up an opportunity for them. Like, hey, you're looking to sell that note. Is there an opportunity you need to foreclose on? Is there an asset that you need to get off your hands? Maybe you can assume that loan from that person. Who knows? But I was getting at this, Eric. I think you already knew about that, but we can differentiate on the ready some of their what the people already have in their portfolio. So that's pretty cool. Again, he's like, yeah, I told him yesterday. I'm like, oh, I saw that little legend or a little key up there, search feature. And he said, the developer's like, yeah, sorry, we just threw it out there. We wanted to let you guys always have something ready. So, all right, cool. Got that. Heather, let's go take care of business for you on this. So, no, I don't have 100% clarity on when that's coming out. However, it is on the topic. It is on the dashboard. We have a Notion board, and there's priorities. So we all are bringing our priorities and our bugs and our desires and wishes that we want to implement inside of Deal Sauce. A lot of things are being developed for the first time, like the double closes, and the number of pre-foreclosures. But one of the ones that I feel near and dear because we're buying maybe two right now is water, like lake property. So I always go lake, oceans, camps, mountains, rivers. Love those properties on top of the micro family. But yeah, we need to be able to search more in depth. So this entire filter section, all this is getting redeveloped. I saw some of the back end and what they're working on in the test environment, but it's not out yet. I think it's coming almost any day or any week. But right here, you'll see that we have water and sewer, but we don't have what you're asking, waterfront property. So that is coming, and we hope to expand even further on that. A couple other things that we're coming up that I'll just I'll throw these out here and let you guys know. But don't quote me on any development times because I don't get any times or any dates back from the dev team because if anyone's in the software side of things, you understand that there's no times. You can't give a time. What we would like to do is when you're doing keyword searches, even on your listings, for instance. So I'm jumping down to the property listings. So anything on market, expired, canceled, withdrawn, keyword searches. Don't forget to use that to our competitive advantage. We could put, Heather, let's do one right now for you. We'll do New Hampshire because that's where I live. Doesn't get enough love. Let's go. I'm going to go right to the filters. I'm not even going to tell it active listings. Let's go to keyword search. Let's talk about waterfront. Maybe it's one word. See what happens. 3. Let's type another one. Let's type it all together. Hit done. You got to make sure we enter it, and it's on the left-hand side here. All right, perfect. So we had 3 with a space. I don't know, 14 without. So Heather, that's a little bit of a workaround. And I'm going to tell you that everything in our software is usually a workaround. It's just sometimes we're trying to close that gap. So it's the quickest, easiest, best process for everybody. But oftentimes until we get there, there's usually another way of navigating. So I just want to give you that little tip and little trick to at least start going after things. But then furthermore, let's go see what we actually brought up. So we are actually not even looking right now. This is interesting. Let me take a look. Nothing's active. I actually like that. I've never done that search like that before. So at one point, I've seen this property for sale. Yeah. So we didn't ask it, we didn't prompt it by active or not. But let's see what else we can do to stimulate some more search features. Let's go to, well, first of all, let's bring everything on here. Let's go check out that land. Then we could do active, expired. We'll do those 2 for now. Nothing. What did I do different that messed that up? So there should be something active. So we have 17 right there. Oh, we don't want sewer and water. Get rid of that. Oh, there we go. All right. That I didn't even realize I had those in there, guys. If you guys understand, I was a knucklehead and I put water and sewer in there when I was clicking it. So we have 3,700 right now with keywords. I'm willing to bet they're pulling from old listing data and it's populating, which is cool, which is fine. I mean, it could pull probably back from, gosh, who knows? Well, let's go take a look and see when some of these were for sale because at one point they probably, 2021. So what we're doing, we're going into the archives and we're pulling in waterfront based off of the verbiage they used on the listing agreement, which is kind of cool. So it's a cool little hack. Now we can play with this. I like this feature right now. We still have AI technology. So let's go. Heather, you're making me think. I like this question actually. So thank you for this because these are the properties that I like. So if there's a certain area you want to search as well, maybe either I do it today or I'll do it on a video. But we can throw some more distress in here. Maybe we'll do something years of ownership. We'll do something like 5 years of ownership out of state. 364. All right. Let's see if we can get down a little bit more. We'll go 10 years. I like this. 151. You should be able to find something in there. So this says it sold in 21. We had 10 years. So anyone just tuning in right now, we're looking for, we just typed in, ooh, contract for sale. Contract of sale. So anyone tuning in right now, we're actually searching right now. Heather in the comments asked about waterfront, water properties, probably just anything water access. And what we ended up doing is just going in and using the filter section, filter search, and we've searched the keywords, waterfront, waterfront. I used all one word, two different words. Now you can throw any word you want in there, creative, seller finance, subject to, gosh, creative finance. And you'll stimulate a search and see if anyone has mentioned that in their listings. But we are actually bringing in waterfront, water feature filters. Until then, we're trying to find the workaround. We worked on HOA data too yesterday, but we need more work. All right, let's keep going here. Let's go with some low equity. We'll do the basic active low equity. And we'll go days on market. I missed a creative finance deal just this past winter with someone on market, and I had we were in communication, and an offer came after like 6 months. Go figure. Active, let's go days on market. If anyone noticed, and if anyone has a problem right now, I'm just going to get ahead of it. But sometimes based on the browser we're using, days on market, it's getting hidden down here. Now I know it's there, but I've saw that come inside of the support ticket. And I think it's a browser issue, and we might actually expand into 2 different columns. And just letting you guys know, so if it saves you a step or saves you from seeing that, now you know. Meredith, good. Dam's only 4 with low equity on market. 37 days. Awesome. Now we can go in and try other things. Get rid of these. Let's go owner financing. 56 results. Now, yeah, we put land in here. You'll probably get a lot of that land. That makes sense. I won't, for the sake of it, I won't read it for you guys. Let's just go through. This is a feature that I know, Eric, you've been using on the commercial side of things too, owner names, but I don't think we talk about it enough, so I'll stop bringing this back up. Ooh, beach property. Now we might have the words financing that might also trigger. You know what? That didn't even come up. Knucklehead. All right, nothing there. All right. All right, guys, if there's anything you want to see, please pipe in. We have a bunch of people on over here, Instagram, YouTube. Thanks for being here. Went through one of the earlier features. So if you missed it, I'll just show you where to go now that we have a bunch of people in here. Any property you see, any property you search, you come up to, be aware with this brand new red button is here. It's Target Match AI. Feel free to go in here if there's something you see, something you like, a deal you've maybe some other investor had and you missed it, or it's a great opportunity. And obviously, negotiating is part of what makes a great opportunity, but maybe the asset class and the distress features and some of the ways it became on someone's radar. Put it in here and we could target it using AI. And you can use these different search features. So give it a whirl, play around with it. But we're just bringing more and more out. All right. And I want to go deeper into some of these water properties. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to go into the commercial side of things. We don't play around enough in the commercial side, and I'll go through a couple of the features that we have. So let's get back to it. Anyone who missed some of the lives on Monday and Tuesday, please know that we went through a few tutorials. Again, everything I try to do is going to be a YouTube video. Now, I don't want you to go into my YouTube. I'd love for you to, but I don't want you to waste too much time in the YouTube. It should be targeted. Try to be short, concise, right to the point, what you're trying to get to. Sometimes I'm not there. I'm going around and trying to show you guys how to get to different things. But if you're looking for, the newest features, I'm trying to put up to like a 5-minute video out. Watch it on 1.2 speed. But one of the latest features is this tool button. Now, if you don't know how to get to the tool button, I made a video on that, and it's going to be in the settings. I show you how to do that settings and go into organization and then actions, and then watch the video from there. But you can customize your launchpad. You can customize your deal sauce platform, which is pretty awesome. I want to go even further. I'd love to have more branding. Maybe you bring in some of your branding too. I'll show you guys how to find where to make an offer. We can do one by one. You can do them, but it's an email offer. So if you have an agent, customer, client, prospect, you skip trace someone, throw their email in here, try it out. But you can do it right from here. So we have templates. I'll show you that next. But I went into the tool section and we just put quick calculators in. And this was meant for, hey, you're on the phone. I can't juggle, or I'm on my laptop and I'm on the phone and I'm trying to just get some quick numbers. All that stuff's here. Again, just on the fly. And then one of the other features I went into, and this video is on here, but let's just go into 83. We'll try this address. Bracket. I haven't looked this up. We are taking AI technology, just a quick AI search, but we're asking it to go into different sectors of, oh dang, we didn't bring it up. It's a first. But I don't even know if that's the address. Take a look. Maybe it's Avenue. I may have the wrong address. So it's probably the wrong address. So what we have is, check it out. Flood, fire, heat, wind, air, nearby amenities, parks, groceries, restaurants, lifestyle, wellness, noise, activities. We're grading the properties that we typed in there. It's AI technology. It's just an AI search, literally taking data sources and we're compiling them and to give you the schools, the transportation, the lifestyle. I'd like to have crime in here very soon. Crime maps people are holding on to those. They're proprietary. There's a lot of different opinions out there. So stay tuned on the crime maps. But this is quick and dirty. We asked for this a couple weeks ago and the developers already brought it out. We'll do a legend. We'll do a key in here to show you the different indicators, but think about it. A 6 out of 10 on a flood. If you're a 10 of 10 on a flood, I shouldn't have to tell you that you're probably in a flood zone. You're probably at the highest risk of a flood. A 10 doesn't mean you're the best. A level 1 would be on the, low on the charts. But then let me give you another opinion though. On an elementary school, you're an 8 out of 10. That's a good thing. So please just use your judgment. I shouldn't have to give you a key, but if we do, we're going to give you some anyway. For now, just understand that's what this looks like. But I had some questions. They're like, well, what does that mean? What does an 8 out of 10 mean? I think we just have to have a little common sense. Heather, what do you got? Would like to also use the keywords to search specific county that share a zip code. I think I actually have the best thing for that. Can you give me an example? And while you give me that example, I'm going to finish my comment here. So guys, check out the tools. If you don't have tools in your Launchpad, go into settings and go find that in the organization, actions, Launchpad, and you can click and drag. I have a video on this, so I won't go into it now, but check out my YouTube about finding that. It actually just came out, I think, this week or last week. So Launchpad, and we're gonna expand on this even further. I have the avatar guide up here. If you're lost, you don't know who you are, take a look and try to identify yourself. And we're gonna have more and more tools to help you pick your markets, identify who you are, what you should be doing if you're struggling or not. Then I have a cheat sheet. 5 features that I like for Deal Sauce. And we're always gonna be putting stuff in here. I'd love to have contracts. I'd love to have different tools or tips and tricks. So stay tuned. More on the way. All right, Heather. Jerica, where can you find Deal Sauce? You could find that. Take a look right here. Good question. If you go to the link tree, actually, I'll do you one even better. Don't DM me that one. Let's do this one right here. Nice and easy. Just go to realestateJustin.com/deal sauce. 2 free weeks. I don't know how long it's going to last, Jerica. So I believe we're going to do a challenge very soon with Pace. Pace wants to get heavily involved in this. He was waiting for Squad Up Summit to finish. He has put all his energy into that. Then he's going to put all his energy into this, and then so on and so forth, and pour it into everybody else. But he doesn't want to do challenges, and then he can't give away, thousands of memberships. So what I would say is get on it now, check it out, get proficient on it, come onto my lives and my Zooms and YouTube videos. Anyone out there right now, because he'll do some free trials, but it's probably gonna be a couple days. Why not take the 2 free weeks while we can? Just my opinion. I don't have anything to really base it off of at the minute, but I'm telling you, it's not going to last forever. All right. Heather, you had asked a question. Franklin County, Bedford. Love it. All right. So here's what I'm thinking, and maybe I still need clarity on this. You're very welcome. See that? Manners. I love manners. All right. I want to use this. This is what we're beta testing. So how do we do that? I'm going to run it with you, and we're going to fail forward. Franklin County and Bedford. So you're looking in Virginia. I'm thinking about this. Keyword specific search for specific county that share a zip code. Let's just ask. I can only think of one town, and I own some property in it. There's 3 towns, 3 different towns that share one zip code, and they were all one at one point, and they all fought. They all separated, but they all kept the same zip code. Suncook, Pembroke, Allenstown. And those are all in New Hampshire. I've never really heard of it anywhere else. I should say, what zip codes show me the cities and towns that share a zip code in Virginia? Let's see what it says. Yikes. Does any of this make sense, Heather? I want you to know too. Tell me if you see any of this. We'll keep going with it. Please provide the zip codes. All right, that doesn't work. Hmm, it's a good one. Super unique one. Franklin County, VA. Show me all the towns that share the same zip code. Something's happening. I'd love for it to spell out that zip code though. I'm sure it can. So you're looking to break up the Bedford side. All right. Well, I have an idea for that. We have 26,000 records. That's a lot. Yeah, are we in the same market? I should bring you up. Let me see if I'm even close. Pinhook. What is the zip code you want to look at, if you don't mind me asking? No, Heather, is this 24,121? Oh, all right, I see this. All right, even like all right, so that makes sense. Like the city of Boston, for instance, has, yeah, 8 zip codes. You just want 121, the last 3 of that. So let's do why can't you do why can't we do this? It doesn't work that way. Ray, how are you? So, Heather, I just searched the zip code. Did we not try that? I'm confused, maybe, or is that wrong? And then you wanna maybe niche it down a little bit more? Yes, the lake line and the county divider. All right. So there's some nuances that I'm obviously not aware, but let's do Franklin. I understand what you're getting at now, I think. I bet you we can do this with that AI. So now that I understand a little bit more, so we'll do Franklin County and only show me 24, 121. Maybe you've done that. Please show me Franklin County, VA. They call them leads. I hate calling these leads their prospects, but I'll abide by their rules. But only for the zip code. Sorry, I'm speaking to text for everyone here. I'm just trying to tell you what I'm writing. 121. Come on, Heather, let's get this one. We had 7,200 here. I got 30,000 now. But it honed in only on this area. So it looks like it gave us the Franklin County outline, but it gave us this little section here. I'm wondering, I don't know if that actually solved your problem, but this, I guarantee you now we can play with this. And I think this AI button or the beta testing is going to solve your problem. And is there a distress feature or filter you would like me to put in here to layer this down for you? So let's not forget that now we have, maybe your asset class is only going to be multifamilies and singles. I'm just guessing. But you know what? AI is stuck in there right now. I have to tell it. Maybe that's something I need to have changed. Show me which assets you actually want. And yes, guys, I'm working through the comments with Heather. Let's do show me active listings, low equity only. Could there possibly be 1,000 active over there? I only see 21, but we have every asset class, I bet, open. All right, cool. So it looks like we're going to be looking right now until we prompt it to do so. That's the cool part. And I'm working with you too. You guys can tell that I'm also driving at the same time. I've never done this search. So I'm learning as we go as well. But right now it's only searching all these and we can dictate that. But I'd like to actually be able to go in here and manipulate it a little bit further, which it doesn't seem like I can. So we're strictly under the, I don't know, the rule of AI right now. The Wizard of Oz. Let's go even further. So let's just keep prompting it down. And that's the cool part about this. We just keep layering it. Now only show me active on market single family homes with 3 or more bedrooms. And lakefront, or I'll just put waterfront or water access. Some point, it's going to yell at me, I bet. It's going to talk back. Damn, we got 833. All right, so we're whittling it down as we should. And I'm only seeing this whole edge, Heather, so I hope that is actually solving your problem. You know, even though we're outlined on the whole county, or that whole, yeah, maybe that's the county. We're only on the 121 zip. 121. Ooh, 24, 137. I don't like seeing that over there. 121. So then what I'll do is I'll remind it now. Reminder, we only want 24, 121. Zip code results in Franklin County, VA. Heather, I'll be happy to run this with you, or I'll try to, yeah, see. I bet you if I would have backed up a couple prompts. So obviously clearly it did what we asked for it to do, but I think it started to lose control as I was giving it more requests. It probably dragged in some things from Franklin County and or around the area with that listing criteria. So I'm still not clear on how many steps, like how many times we can actually shake this out and we can actually stack, we call it stacking the data and then giving it those prompts. But I'm actually really ecstatic that it worked fairly well for what we wanted, not knowing what we were going to get. So yeah, I'm actually pumped. We just got to get rid of that pesky 137 zip. Right on. No, you're very welcome. Guys, we were just going through something. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We're going through a brand new feature. Again, it's in the beta testing stage. I went through it earlier. Anyone who's joining me now, you get to see it. It's Lead Pipes AI search. So I can actually speak to text this. I'm not doing it today, clearly, but we could type it and you can see our prompts. I'll try to zoom in for you guys. Ooh. So here's some of the things that we were searching and it can go in succession. Show me the cities and towns that share a zip code in VA. Like I didn't know what Heather was alluding to, but Franklin County, show me the towns that share the same zip, so on and so forth. So we're looking for 24, 121. Show me the active listings, low equity only. Then I asked for it to single family, waterfront. I got a little extra on there, and I think that's when it brought in another zip code. So let's go back to this. I'm determined to make this work. Ooh, no, it's still there. Yeah, it's bringing in 37. What up, Lawrence? Thank you for reminding me. See how I can just go out and to left field, and I'm just with Heather trying to do her search, but I will do that right now. So Heather, let's elaborate on this a little bit further. We'll dive into this. I am pretty confident you're going to be able to get it a little bit easier on here and get your search results. And as we fine tune the lead pipes AI search, it's going to do exactly what you said. But I actually love your example because it is unique. And I think that's what we're looking to achieve here is do some unique searches. Like anyone can just type in the zip code, but you're asking to do a zip code and then only a certain area. Before I go to Lawrence's, Heather, I have one more thing for you. I don't know where that property line is. Excuse me, the county line, but I would tell you, let's just hypothetically say I do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to search. Now you could, yes, you're going to bob and weave around the coastline, around the property line, but let's just say you didn't have to. And this is exactly where you think 120, what is it? 121 was the last three of the zip code. Let's say it only comes down to here. I'm going to draw my map down here. And then, we can adjust this. Clearly I'm in like another area, but what you can do is if you know that those boundaries, you can just use your search feature, the polygon search feature, and it's this tool right here. And I think that's going to help you. Maybe another area, just now you can bob and weave, zoom in on the map and be super dialed in. Maybe there's an area you're like, I'm okay. I don't even want to be over there, but it's included in the 121 zip code. No, you can draw around it. So I love that tool. I use it all the time. I would recommend that as well. So although you're exporting and filtering by the zip code, super easy, cool. You're going to get everything. I love that way. We have the AI technology that's here, and then also this other search function. So between those three steps, I think you're more than, good, but we'll dive deeper on that. So now that the cool thing, this is on record, I can show the dev team if we need to, some of the prompts and what we're looking to achieve, and they can reverse engineer from there. So awesome. And Lawrence, let me get to that. So Lawrence asked, how do we get the email template or offering? Great question. Let's see what we have in here. Oh, it's 83 brackets right there. So let's just say I brought this over. I found this property. I want to make an offer on it. It's low equity, on market, low equity. Let's get over to, I already added it to my portfolio. I think it's down here. Yeah, Portland, Maine. Now, right away, we have this property that pops up. You have your cash, creative underwriting, it's quick and dirty math underwriting. That's what we wanted to do here. Comps, another area to get to your comps, several areas to get there. There's just one of many. Let's go into the property itself. Card. All right. Now we could do, so all your comments, there's everything there. You could do make an offer right here. Streamline process to get there. Now, I'm going to ask the dev team about, I'm fairly confident we can do something with changing the logos to your logo. What I just did. But you can email here. This is just a template. So we're just trying to get you thinking on how to structure your offering. Do whatever you choose. But you're saying, all right, cool, Justin, you immediately got me there. It's in the actions here under that property, make an offer. Furthermore, there is other ones inside these cards, the strategy cards. So if it's buy and hold, fix and flip, whatever, burr. I don't know where all of them are different. They're usually in different spots. This one was at the top, right here. It went right by it. Make an offer. Same thing, different place. I mean, there's 6 ways of getting to it. Same thing. But if you ask, hey, what about the logo? What about manipulating that? Let's take a look and see if we can do that. So I want to go into my assumptions. Let's go into settings. This one I haven't played around with enough, but I suggest people do go in their settings when you do get into Deal Sauce and you become, you're invested into it and it's a tool that you are invested in. I would start to stake your claim. Put your branding, put your marketing in here, put yourself in here, put your team in here. And of course, my logo, I put my image in here. I can set up my personal bio, lender applicant data. Feel free to mess around with that. Don't create a new organization. What do we gotta get here? Assumptions. These are all your assumptions. I want you guys to play with these. This is for just those who are underwriting on a mass level, doing fix and flips, things that you want to stick in there as your default boilerplate settings. So you don't have to go in there and adjust every time. Maybe your closing percentages or your closing attorney or title company, whoever it is, maybe your percentages are a little bit different than across the country. Or maybe yours are super high and you got to account for that. So you can do all that in here. But I'm trying to get you your branding. Here's all your team. This is where they live. The marketplace we're not doing. Billing we're not doing. Organization. All right. Add your logo here. Put your information here. I'm pretty sure this will also translate into your, let's just do it. I'll use this. Deal Sauce Live. Let's go back to that property. There was a place. Let me find out. I'll make a video on this one, Lawrence. There was a place to get your logo in on the offering. Let me go to fix and flip. That's where I saw it last. Guys, what we're trying to do is go through offering, and I'm trying to customize this with some of our logos. I added an attachment. I don't want to add that photo. Let me get back to you on this. I know we can do it. I've seen it done. I'm just not proficient in it. I'll just be honest with you. I've seen it, but I've never replicated it. So let me get back to you, but at least right now you can send an offer out. Try one and send it to yourself. It will come from probably our data, our dev team, the house folios people. So I think it might have a designation on the back of the email. But even if you send it to yourself, and then you forwarded it from your brand in the interim, try that. But at least we can do that from here. And we don't have MailChimp. We don't have any of that right now. So you're not sending 1,000 emails out to different people. This is meant for snipering. So hope that helps. All right, guys, we're on the top of the hour here. I have a call to get into in 1 minute. I believe it is a coaching call. I hope you guys got some value from this. I thank you for tuning in. If there are videos and strategies and things that you want to see in here, please go over to my YouTube, or that's where we are here. That's where you're watching it. Real Estate Justin or Justin Tuminowski. If there's something you want to see, make a comment. Go on one of the videos, make a comment, say, hey, dude, can you shoot me this? Or shoot me a DM on Instagram at Real Estate Justin. Eric, you're the man. All the way from San Francisco. We're going to be hanging out in probably June. Go to hang out, Eric, and check out, where are we going? To Monterey. So we'll do Santa Cruz, Monterey, San Francisco, up a little north of there where you are. Maybe we'll do a little Alcatraz. Be a good time. But all right, guys, thanks for tuning into Deal Sauce. Again, YouTube's the best place. If you want 2 free weeks, go to realestatejustin.com/deal sauce. I have 2 free weeks in there. And yeah, we're going to be doing some challenges and some fun stuff. And you want to see something, like I said, send me a DM on Instagram. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much.